Welcome back, everybody. Glad y'all can make it back to holler at me again. Now, when we spoke last time, we spoke on inmates that were incarcerated without being sentenced or convicted. Now, it's 540,000 inmates that's incarcerated right now that ain't never received a sentence, never been convicted, and they doing big time. Out of that 540,000, 9,000 are juveniles. 9,000 are juveniles, and out of that 9,000, 5,000 are incarcerated in adult penitentiaries. $5,000 youths incarcerated, locked down 23 hours a day with no psychiatric counseling. You know, if it's done like that for an adult, when they go to the hole or when they lock down for 23 hours a day, you know, the only thing that's good for them, they lose their mind. 10 to 1, they never come back to themselves. So imagine this happening to our kids. Imagine that happening to our kids. Now, I'm not going to say that the kids ain't bad. The kids bad as hell, man. They ain't getting their ass whooped in school like we used to. But this the thing. They're still our children. They're not animals to be locked in a cage for 23 hours a day. Ain't the ones, okay, let me say this. You got thrill killers and you got just accidents. But our system is holding all these children for either purpose. Why can't they not be in adult facilities and put them in youth facilities, but maybe the turnaround rate for them going back in jail wouldn't be so high? Now, juvenile facilities that are just for juveniles, boys' homes, all those, you got, let me see, over 100,000. People don't know that. But if they feel like they can continue to do the kids like this, why can't they just turn the children facilities into a facility for our bent youth? Those kids that kill for fun, ship them off to one of those ones where they're going to get all the psychiatric treatment that they want. And then you got those that are accidents. They kids playing with guns. Because we back to that again now. The parents ain't taking care of the kids. They got weapons in the house, but they're not training their children to use these weapons. We have to train our children. Let them know that these ain't toys. Take them to the range with you. I took mine. And if you go to the range right now, you're going to see all those Caucasian people in there training their children to shoot. Train your children on what to do. Mine was in first grade and kindergarten. But they knew what to do. As they got older, I taught them how to hold it. As they got older, they knew that it wasn't a toy. It's a difference in a water gun and a real gun. Bullets come out of this. It will hurt somebody. So, let's look at it this way. You got kids that pick up the guns. They trying to emulate their parents. They put it to the sister head, blow the sister head off. Then what? The penal system is picking these kids up. They're not, the family can't say, well, I don't want to press charges. Because then their ass going to get locked up too. Okay, play with it. Think I'm playing? Try it. These kids cannot go unnoticed, but they also can't go unpunished. They killing their sisters and brothers, their mothers and fathers. And then they want to act like, oh, ain't nothing happened, or they lying. Talking about they done been raped, the Menendez brothers and all. You got kids, these, I'm just going to call her Sarah. Sarah had her boyfriend believe that her father was molesting her. This young man went and got a gun and killed her mother and father. And of course, he was of Hispanic descent. He had a brown complexion. But after he did it, you know what she did? She turned slam on that youngin' and said he did it on his own. Because he was mad because he couldn't be with her. These kids are crazy. She was psycho. Just, they need help. Don't be ashamed if your child need counseling. Don't be ashamed if your child gotta catch the short bus. But make sure they understand what's going on in the real world. We need our children because the children are our future. But right now, 9,000, if not more, since yesterday, 9,000 are incarcerated. 5,000 in adult facilities. Those 5,000 children, they're harboring criminals. Lock yourself up in a room 23 hours a day. See what happens. You ain't got nothing but time to think about what you want to do and who you want to do it to. They need guidance. The parents, they don't want to be bothered anymore, so they let the system do whatever they want to do with them because they done. I understand misbent youth. I ain't gonna say always been perfect. But then you go back to what you know. The book will tell you that. If they choose this path, then of course they have to walk the line. Walk the line, boy. They got to walk the line. But I tell you what, we need to fight for them to have some type of counseling mentally, physically. They need, their bodies need to expand, to grow. They need air. But they can't have these things locked down 23 hours a day. They don't have nothing else on their mind but getting out of there. And everybody, they sitting back plotting right now of what they can do and who they can do it to. The justice system for our juveniles, you know, you would think they would take care of them because they're children. No. It's just as bad as if you were an adult locked up. But can you imagine of our children of color, they take no time. No time. But one thing I can say is that the rate is higher for white children killing their parents. The percentages are very high because they think that they have everything. They think that they can do anything. But that's because they don't have guidance. We have to take care of these kids. If you don't think you can handle your child, take your child where they can be handled. Big mama ain't play that. This big mama don't play that. Bring me the babies. I watch your babies. Bring me the baby. I ain't got time. Hold on, I want to look at a little something real quick for y'all. Okay. In order for our children to receive psychiatric help, the crime has to be so intense. We talking first degree murder to the 10th power, before they would even consider them insane. Some of them are insane and they still put them in regular prisons to come out and do it again. We got 10 or 15, I think it's 15 per 1,000 now. 1,000, not 100,000, not 500,000, but per 1,000 children that will be incarcerated every year. Every year. It's got to stop somewhere. So if we're being more attentive to our children, stop letting the children run the house and you run your house. We wouldn't give our children to the penal system for them to babysit. They got the doors wide open for them. Just like for our adult males and females, to turn around, they think once they get out, the prison system expect them back. Why do you think in movies they tell them, hey, I'll see you back in a little bit? Because that's just how fast it is. They're not giving these children nothing to look forward to. Now, these kids that are locked up for life, they got to spend the rest of their life like that? Or can they spend the rest of their life getting some help? They need counseling like there is no other. Any adult that don't believe that they're breeding criminals in these facilities, go back and visit your child if you got one out there. You go back and visit your child. They don't even talk the same anymore. They don't act the same. Once they get 18, they're going to put them in population. Now they somebody's bitch. Oh, my Lord. Their minds are not capable of handling. If you say something to your child and you want your child to listen. I got 4 boys. Excuse me, 4 men. My baby is 20 years old. My baby boy is 20 years old. And never once did I have to go to a jailhouse for none of my boys. Okay, my oldest one. One time. But guess what? In that one time that he was arrested, he gonna call me and ask me, send you some money. Boy, I don't have money. Send you no money. Guess what? He ain't been back since. But you got these parents out here harboring these damn kids. And they telling them everything gonna be all right. Everything ain't gonna be all right if they don't take a hold of them. You gotta control these children or the system is gonna get them. Now, you tell me what you want. You want the system to get them, or you want to handle them? Because see, once they get a hold of your children, kitty bar the door. You know, I sat back and I thought about this thing, and I said, if there's anything that I could do to help these kids out here, you better know that I will do everything that I can. Everything that I can. My boys, all their friends, they call me Mama Fee. Because I took time out for all of them. Once they got together with their wives and girlfriends and your baby mamas, and all of them come to Mama Fee. I don't sugarcoat shit now. I don't sugarcoat it for them. I get them the real. Just how life truly is. You got to stop playing with them. You know, it really upsets me because now I got a grandson, I got 3 granddaughters. Ain't no way in hell I'm going to let my grandson, if I even see his mama, look like she's slipping. I'm going to be right there to pick it up. Because that saying that we have, it takes a village, it does. It takes a village. But you can't be that mama that's out there ready to run to the school bus and teach your head open. For what? Because your child was disrespectful. Because your child ain't know how to act. Then you get an attitude. Come up there with your little cap on and your scarf, your pajama pants. Now you ready to fight everybody. They ain't gonna put their hands on my kids. Shit, I got my hands full. Ain't nobody said nothing. Nothing. And my mama said, if I got to come up there, guess what? You don't want that. You don't want that smoke? No. My mama 83 and I don't want that smoke, son. Let me tell you. And my kids know too. I don't play them games. They grown and got kids. But I bust their head slam to the white meat. Don't play. Get a grip on these kids. Stop playing with these kids. Don't give them our children to lock them up like an animal. Sliding their food up under a door. Oh, my bad. They got the little window now. You can open the little window up. Put the little food tray up in there. They get an hour a day. They get 1 hour. 1 hour a day to get out, shower, and they're supposed to have recreation. But I don't even believe that happened. I saw one young man, you know, I was active with the, Scared Straight. And I saw one young man went in there and the little boy didn't even look like he was shook. He was not shook at all. He was bucking up at them big dudes in that jail like he ran the jail. But he was the only one. Out of the 15 kids they had come through, out of every 15, I can promise you, 2 of them, if not more, will be incarcerated. Because they don't believe, they don't believe shit stink. But it stank. You got to put their nose in it like a dog? No. They make an example out of our kids. And once they get that on their record, once they are in tuned, let's say that. Once they are in tuned in prison, what else is there? Visitation slip. The letters stop coming. Now they think they're alone. Now they got to do this thing by themselves. We want to try to do something that will open the eyes of the people so that our kids can get some help. They need help. Because if not, they'll be right back in it again. Right back. Don't let the turnaround rate percentage include your child. Don't let the penal system get your baby. Because, like I said, I got 4 sons. And I'd be damned. They weren't going to get my babies. So it was either me on them or them on them. Ask them which one they chose. If it's something you got to do, something you got to say, someplace you got to go, anything you got to do to help these children, if there's an opportunity for you to stick your hand in the jar, do it. Because trust me, I've seen it. They are suffering. Our kids are suffering. And once they reach 18, they're no longer babies. They throw them to the wolves then. So you figure out where you want your child to be. Do me a favor while you're thinking. I want you to hit like, subscribe, ring that bell for me. And I'll be back with you.